This is DJ from Elite Ops Exterminators. Today we're going to be going in this crawl space to check for rats. We're looking for compromises on how rodents could get into the structure, and right here at the access panel we're going in, there is a hole beneath the door that needs to be filled up. So I will let the manager know so that they can have a contractor come in and close it off. Alright, here we go. We're going to go in now. Alright, so in any type of crawl space in this city, you have different compromises where rats can get in. First thing we notice here is that there is soft earth, just dirt at the base of it, and because rats can live underground and burrow, easily they could just come up from underground, digging below the foundation. Second to that, we've got to look for other compromises such as pipes and utility lines where they can come in. And right here, previously, this was uncapped, and it was a water drain pipe where rats were coming up from the sewers. So we were catching them here, and we notified the owner of the building that this needed to be closed off, which they've done a second time. The first time that they capped it off, it was just a net kind of screen material that the rats chewed through. Now they've installed a more secure metal cap over that is keeping the rats from coming up. Secondary to pipes and utility lines and the soft earth in a crawl space, another compromise could be around ventilation or window treatment. So here at the front of this building, in this crawl space area, there were some window vents that were compromised and some openings around the edge of the window that rats were coming with ease right into this area to burrow into the ground, to nest and live here, and then go out to look for food. There's no food source in the crawl space, and in this particular building, the rats were not going up into the building for food. They were just living in here and going out for their food source. So in this space, after we found the compromise and notified management of what they needed to do, they had a contractor come in and use heavy grade metal around these vents to seal off the rats from coming in. However, we can see now that there are rats that were trapped inside, and they've chewed on some of the interior of that repair to try to get back out, but they failed to breach that space, and it seems to be 100% sealed. We're going to go ahead and set some traps here so that we can monitor this going forward, make sure that we catch any more stragglers that are still trapped in the crawl space for the client. We can even reuse some of the old traps. It's sometimes good that they've caught other rodents on them because they leave their feces and their urine and their smell on it, so other rats would be likely to cross the same path. You'll notice that I'm not using any bait or putting anything on the traps. It's more about placing them in the areas the rats may just run over and get caught on. When you're setting these things, you want to make sure that you're holding it from the back. You never want to hold it at the front where the spring will snap your fingers. So if you're always holding it at the back, even if you slip, you're not going to hit yourself. So you pull it back, put one hand over the side, grab the knob with the other finger, lift it with one finger, set it, start releasing it to make sure it's caught. After it's caught, you're always holding it from the back, and it's safe. I think I might put a couple more on that side. Over here in the corner, there's a pile of droppings. It could have been from one of the rats we've already caught, but just in case there's still any left here, I want to set some traps near their droppings because they feel it's a safe space. All right, just to be sure that no more rats are coming back to the same space to look for water or their entry space back into this sewer, we're going to reset the traps around this area as well. All right, so we're finished up for today. There were 2 rats caught in this space. They were pretty old, probably a couple weeks old. The repair seems solid, other than the one repair that we need to have made to this front of the crawl space access area. So I think what we're going to do is leave the trap set that we placed and monitor it going forward for this customer on a monthly basis. We're already doing exterior rat control, and we're going to keep treating the inside as well to make sure no other rats come back, and we should be good. Another problem solved by Elite Ops Exterminators.